Welcome to Trust the Podcast, episode 8. My name is Jonah. As always, I'm joined by my co host Noah, and today we have a very special episode for you. Normally, we bounce around and talk about a bunch of different topics, but today we have something that is so important that it will take up the entirety of the episode today.
For tens of years, Philadelphia has been making the wrong sports decisions until one man came into the league with 3 words that changed the course of history.
Trust the process.
Will you explain what that is now?
Yeah, so we're nearing the end of the off season where nothing is really going on, but we're getting close to football, which means we need peak elite football content, which is why we are tier ranking all, I think, is it 90 quarterbacks, 90-ish quarterbacks on a tier list. So each of ours is between like 15 and 25 tiers. And they're not very serious. Some are skill based, some aren't, some are just vibes.
And
But
this is a complete surprise to the other person. We have not
yes,
talked about our tiers in any way. So when I have Daniel Jones in tier 1, it'll be a complete surprise.
yes, I do not have Daniel Jones in tier one.
I don't either, but if I did, it would be a surprise.
Okay. Um,
So how do you want to do this? Do you want to go, I'll do my first tier, then you do your first tier, or do you want to go all the way
I
down?
think I think we should do like 2 or 3 tiers at once. I'm making some final.
I know I have more tiers than you do, so maybe.
I've recently added a few, so we
Oh,
might
okay.
actually.
Game time changes.
Yeah. Okay. Let's start. You're up
I can
first.
go first. My first tier is superhuman, and it has the two quarterbacks who can carry a team better than anyone else, Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson. I feel like that's pretty self-explanatory. I don't think right now anybody else is in their tier when it comes to being a player. There are winners, and then there are great players, and I think when you're ranking just a quarterback and not a team, you have to put Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson over everybody else.
And we've had this debate like 5 episodes ago, so we're not going to do it again. I somewhat disagree with that, but that's not what this episode's about. My first tier is called luck question mark question mark question mark goat question mark question mark question mark, and it's just Mahomes. I feel like half the time we can't tell if he's the greatest quarterback we've ever seen or just he pays off the refs. Not really sure which one, but he seems to win Super Bowls, so that is my tier number one.
That's fine with me. I understand it. I don't agree because I think what Lamar and Josh Allen did last year is just out of this world, and that's why I named the tier superhuman. But I definitely understand putting Mahomes tier 1. My tier 2 is just Patrick Mahomes. It's called multi-time winner, and he's the only one in the league who's won multiple.
Yeah, my tier two is just called Lamar, and it's just Lamar because I feel like there's a difference. He is just so different from every other quarterback in the NFL. And even, I mean, you could consider some of his playoff success similar to Josh Allen, but he actually has a good team around him, so I feel like he gets less excuses there. He has a really good team around him. I think he should have won the MVP the last 3 years. Maybe ish. Definitely this year. Definitely the year before that.
If you're going by stats, hands down Lamar. If you're going by, like you said, with the team around him, taking everything into consideration, I think you do go Allen, but that's an argument that we can make.
Yeah, but he has 2 playoff wins, but I mean he hasn't done anything of note in the playoffs. And has sort of taken a step down there, so that's why he's by himself.
Yeah, I mean, kind of in a league of his own, Lamar Jackson is.
Yeah.
Other than Mahomes, he's the only guy in the league with multiple MVPs right now, other than if you're counting Aaron Rodgers, which we'll get to. But
Yes.
my third tier is one-time winners, and it is Jalen Hurts and Matthew Stafford.
My tier three is a great PR team, and it's Justin Herbert and Josh Allen.
I don't know. I mean, I feel like you can't even put those in the same category of great PR team because Justin Herbert's PR team needs to get paid extra because Josh Allen actually backs up what they say about him online. Like,
Except against Patrick Mahomes. Like, I mean, the level. Okay, I'll explain. There's differences here. Justin Herbert's PR team is like ESPN. Like they just glaze him, hype him up. Like Dan Graziano, Dan Orlovsky, they love this guy. They
he's a
love Justin
social
Herbert.
media quarterback.
Yes, the what if core. quarterback. But and then we have Josh Allen, whose PR team is the NFL. They literally changed the rules for this guy. Like it feels like at least once, maybe more than like. Rarely do you see them change the rules off a singular game. Like people are just complaining that Josh Allen lost to the Chiefs. They literally changed the overtime rules because of him. That is a level of PR that few players can reach. Obviously, there's a pretty big skill gap, but that's not important here.
I think if any person or team had lost to the Chiefs in a shootout kind of like that game, it would have brought the same thing to the NFL's attention, but I'm not going to argue about something that happened, what, 3 years ago? It'll be four
Yeah.
years at the end of this year.
Hmm.
So I definitely get it. I also have Justin Herbert in my next tier. It is titled One Thing Missing, and it has Joe Burrow and Justin Herbert. Joe Burrow is missing. This one thing that he's missing that I named the tier after is the ability to carry a team. We saw Jalen Hurts in 2023 carry a team, kicking and screaming to the playoffs. We saw Josh Allen do it last year. Joe Burrow can't do that, though. Really, the times that he made the playoffs with the Bengals were times where they also had a solid defense. Last year, the Bengals had a bad defense, but it wasn't too much to overcome for Burrow, and I think he should have made the playoffs, dragging that defense to the playoffs. And then Justin Herbert is missing a playoff win. He's a good quarterback. Everybody knows he's good. He's not great. He's missing that
Hmm.
success in the playoffs.
Yeah, my next tier. Now, I debate against having another player, but for now, it's just a single player tier. It is called dis dysfunction junction. And it is just Joe Burrow. I think he plays for a dysfunctional organization. I mean, there's another one with the quarterback who's I think good, not great, which we'll get to later. But yeah, I mean, you can say their defense, you could overcome that. It's gonna be really tough to overcome that defense. I mean, the organization like almost didn't pay Jamar Chase, the best receiver in football. Like, I think it's kind of sad what's going on there. I think he is a bad coach, which I think isn't talked about enough. I don't think Zach Taylor is a good coach. I think he should be fired, but
I
that's a
don't think
different
he's good
story.
either. He only has a job because he came from the Sean McVay tree. That's the only reason.
Yeah, just like I don't want to be like ESPN. So like, well, if Joe Burrow was on the Kansas City Chiefs, or if he was on the Eagles, if he was on the Ravens, like if he just had a like mediocre defense, he's in the AFC Championship games every year. So I mean, there's that.
I mean, he's made two AFC or one, yeah, one. He's made one AFC championship game, and that
He
year,
won.
yeah, he won, but
Yeah.
also he had a solid above average defense.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
I think if we ever do another one of these, Dysfunction Junction needs to make a return just for somebody.
Yeah,
Maybe that
I
would
think
be
that's
me.
that is a permanent one. I considered putting Dak in here, but like he's been hurt too much. Where I just feel like he can't be. I can feel like the Cowboys were a good team for that tier list. Maybe that'll be a future episode.
I would be here for that. My next tier is called Do It Again, and it has Jaden Daniels, Bo Nix, and CJ Stroud. These guys have one great year. CJ Stroud has a second solid year, but they need to do it again if they want to be really cemented as these great quarterbacks. Bo Nix kind of in a lesser tier in skill wise, but I think it remains the same. People have high expectations for the Broncos this year, and that all starts with Bo Nix. So Jaden Daniels, Bo Nix, and CJ Stroud, they just need to do it again.
Yeah, my next here, I went a little bit different path. I called it Rage Bait for ESPN, and it has Jalen Hurts, Matthew Stafford, Baker Mayfield, and Jaden Daniels. These,
Okay.
these these will be the guys that ESPN is talking about. It's either going to be overrating or underrating. Probably underrating for almost all of the offseason and into next year. They'll call Jalen Hurts only good because of his team. They'll call Matthew Stafford retired, and he's always maybe hurt. Like
Yeah.
he got that
Stafford
career-ending
died
injury.
weeks ago.
Yeah, he actually died, but like it
Yeah.
did never
The
happened.
clone is going to run the offense.
Yeah, Baker they never seem to respect for some reason on mainstream sports media, ESPN, and Jaden Daniels. I mean, it's just Jaden Daniels. I mean, I feel like sometimes he's overrated, sometimes he's underrated. I feel like they were comparing him to like Lamar Jackson last year, or Josh Allen, something like that, like 3 games in. So it's tough, but I think that's my next category.
Yeah, I definitely get that. I notice a theme of ESPN kind of deciding what tiers you put players in.
There's only like one more of those, I think.
That's fine. I'll just move on to my next tier. I have comfortable, and these are just teams that are comfortable with their current quarterback. It is Baker
Yeah.
Mayfield, Jared Goff, and Jordan Love. I feel like there's nothing really else to say about that. That is
Mm.
just the perfect situation for them. They're going to win some games, they're going to make the playoffs. They're not going to win a championship, but they're comfortable.
My next tier is labeled next year will either be mid or the MVP. And it's Brock Purdy, CJ Stroud, and Bo Nix.
Okay, I like that.
These guys are either gonna be like, oh wait, this guy's job is secure, but it's not really secure if they have a bad year. Like they're gonna be like, like Trevor Lawrence. They're gonna basically be Trevor Lawrence if they have a bad year, and they're gonna be like Justin Herbert if they have a good year or better than that. Like CJ Stroud was better his first year than his second year. If he's like mediocre again, they're gonna be like Geno Smith talks about him, and if he's good, he's like an MVP candidate. Same goes for Knicks. Knicks is obviously younger than both these guys. I think the same goes. Like if he isn't like good this year, people will forget he ever existed. Like people will just not talk about him. He won't be considered bad. And with Purdy, the overpaid talk is going to be really bad if he doesn't play well. But if he plays well, he's going to be considered a perennial good quarterback, even if he's not good for the years afterwards.
Yeah, I think it really helps some of these guys to be good in their rookie year and then maybe take a little bit of step back when
Yeah.
it comes to like their conversation.
Hmm.
Like Jaden Daniel, or sorry, CJ Stroud was really good. Last year he had a bit of a bad year, but he was still in like great quarterback talks. Somebody who was bad and then became good, like Sam Darnold, people are still doubting him. So
Yeah.
I feel like it's better to be good than bad than to be bad than good when it comes to your like NFL
Yeah.
conversation at least. But
Okay.
I like that tier. So I just did comfortable. These are guys that my next tier is guys that can get into comfortable, but they need to be consistent. So this tier is titled Be Consistent. It is Tua, Dak, and Geno Smith. Tua obviously needs to stay healthy.
Yeah.
Dolphins are good enough to make the playoffs, but not without Tua. Dak, he has great years. He was second in MVP 2 years ago. He needs to do that again if he wants the Cowboys to make the playoffs. The Cowboys are not a good team, but with prime Dak, they could be. And Geno Smith is on a new team that isn't really that good in the Raiders. And I think Geno Smith is good, but he needs to be consistent to get into that situation where the Raiders are like comfortable with him as their quarterback until he retires.
Yeah, okay. I agree with most of what you said there. It makes sense. My next year is a little bit different. It's just labeled Geno Smith, but it does not only have Geno Smith. It's Geno Smith, Sam Darnold, Jared Goff, and hot take Daniel Jones. I'll,
Okay.
I'll explain.
I
Um,
see where this is going, but I want you to explain it.
all of these guys are veteran quarterbacks who have been overlooked to different degrees at different points during their careers. I think all three of them have been benched except for Goff. But I think that with this tier, my thought is I don't think the skill difference between any of these guys is that big. And I know it's a sort of a hot take to compare. A lot of people think Jared Goff's a top 10 quarterback in the NFL. A lot of people think Daniel Jones didn't have a starting job. I don't think their skill levels are that crazy. I think Jared Goff's a little bit better. But if you put Daniel Jones on the Lions and you put Jared Goff on the Giants, you're telling me that their careers don't look like the exact opposites of of each of each other. Obviously, there'd be a little bit differences, but I think if Jared Goff is on dysfunctional organizations, he's out of the league in 5 years. Like I think that's a true statement. And I think with Darnold and Geno, it's sort of the same thing. Like they're probably going to be mid. They'll probably end up on a mid to bad team and make them like they're gonna be 8-9, 9-8, maybe sneak in a wild card spot. But like even Daniel Jones on the Colts, like you're telling me if they went 9-8 and got the 17 in the AFC, would anyone really be surprised? No.
I would. Absolutely.
Well,
The Colts are terrible.
I mean, I thought they were terrible last year, and they would go like 8-9.
True, but I think right now Joe Flacco is better than Daniel Jones.
I disagree with that, but
Okay.
I feel like Daniel Jones is sort of. I mean, he's a giant. He's a former Giants player. I don't like him very much, but I think he's sort of got a bad rap for just like what is he supposed to do? Like, who really looks that good on that bad of a offense?
Somebody who is a good quarterback. Like, I mean, I'll get to it later. I think
But
Jared.
he's not on a good quarterback. But neither is Jared Goff. Jared Goff just happens to be on on one of the best offenses in the league.
I mean, Jared Goff's kind of had an amazing start to his career when it comes to situation because he goes from Sean McVay offense right into Ben Johnson offense. So
Yeah,
that's about as good as you can get. And
yeah.
Daniel Jones, not so much. So at the end of this year, I think you could maybe put Daniel Jones in the same tier as Jared Goff, but right now, like that's super disrespectful to Goff.
I don't care.
Okay,
Okay,
okay, okay.
let's hear next tier.
Um, so I just did be consistent. These are guys who also need to be consistent, but their ceiling is much higher than those guys
Hmm.
in the higher tier. This
Hmm.
is called Showtime, and it has Caleb Williams, Drake May, Bryce Young, and Michael Penix. And these are guys that I really, really like for this year.
Okay.
Breakout candidates, time to show it off. It's Showtime.
Yeah, okay, that kind of makes sense. I feel like I have a similar like rookie tier, which I have next actually. Mine's called bench or Pro Bowl, which I think accurately because I think we live in a world where almost even if you're like even if you're Cam Ward, like Cam Ward will probably not get benched at any point this year. But if
Yeah,
he's
Will
not
Levis
good,
is out, which kind of helps
yeah.
his cases.
But like if he's not good this year, like we saw him to Bryce Young. Bryce Young was like didn't look that good and got benched halfway through. Like it played 1.5 seasons in the NFL, got benched. That didn't used to happen. Which is why this tier has Drake May, AJ McCarthy, Bryce Young, Caleb Williams, Michael Penix, KM Ward, Jackson Dart, and Shadur Sanders.
Wow, Shadur lumped in with those other guys.
I figured I had a tough time putting Shadur in a category because I didn't want to put him into like one of the lower down ones with like Kyle McCord or like players like him. But like I'm assuming he's gonna start at some point this year. I don't think the Browns would prefer to play a young quarterback, whether that's Gabriel or Sanders at some point. And I think that he's shown some signs of promise in the preseason. I
Not
mean,
last time that he lost
no.
more yards because of sacks than he gained. He's not
Yeah, no.
NFL ready.
So yes, but he's shown signs of promise. I'd say that,
Okay.
and I think that like I think it was a good thing he got drafted by the Browns. It would be better if they didn't draft another quarterback 2 rounds earlier. But
And bring in Kenny Pickett and Joe Flacco and Tyler Huntley.
yeah, so I think he's gonna. I think he's either gonna get cut or start. I don't know which one, but we'll see.
Okay, I like that. I like JJ in that tier. I think he's gonna be awesome.
Yeah,
So
I can't tell. Like I watched JJ play in college. He could either like be like a elevation for this team, like be amazing, or there's a world where he's not starting next year, and I think that's reasonable. Like the Vikings have a good team. Like they're not gonna wait around.
okay, I like that. But yeah, I mean I have the Vikings winning the division. So
Yeah.
obviously that shows how I feel about JJ McCarthy going into
Mhm.
this year. So my next tier is similar to what I said earlier with Jaden Daniels, Bo Nix, and CJ Stroud, but it is more like a gap between their good performance and right now. So it's called question marks. It has Sam Darnold, Brock Purdy, Kyler Murray, and Trevor Lawrence. These are all guys who have shown that they could be like really good. Sam Darnold was really
Mhm.
good last year before the playoffs. Brock Purdy was really good the year before. Kyler Murray was really good 2 years ago
Mhm.
before Brock Purdy was in the league. And Trevor Lawrence as well, 2 years ago. Really, really good. Last year
Mhm.
and then for Darnold at the end of last year, awful. So these guys have question marks, but I think they could be better. Maybe Darnold less than the other guys, but I love Liam Cohen coaching Trevor Lawrence. I think Kyler's still got it. I think Brock Purdy's pretty good. So these guys are question marks. Breakout candidates, but they've done it before. So would it even really be a breakout is the question.
Yeah, I think that that kind of makes sense. I realized I just skipped a tier.
Oh, you
But
do two in a row. Do two in a row.
Yeah, so I think that makes sense. I think there's differing amounts of like what these guys have to prove than other ones. I don't think Brock Purdy has like a $250 million, $260 million contract. I think that him and Sam Darnold are in a little bit different scenarios. Like if Sam Darnold doesn't perform well, he can be benched halfway through the year.
I mean, the truth is Brock Purdy wasn't really that good last year.
No, but they're so committed to him financially that I think he has a couple of years to be good. So where Sam Darnold probably has half a year. So
Yeah.
that
Jalen
okay.
Milrow.
Yeah. My next here is waiting to hear the next excuse from ESPN. This is like my last ESPN theme category. It's Dak Prescott, Jordan Love, Justin Fields, Trevor Lawrence, and Kyler Murray.
Whoa,
It's
okay.
it's sort of similar to your tier, where it's all these guys have had different levels of success. Like Justin Fields, obviously the least, but all of these guys, for either fantasy purposes or something, they stay relevant. They keep getting talked about, and like some people like will say like Jordan Love's a borderline top five quarterback, and some people think he's borderline a top 20 quarterback. I think you just don't get that many guys like that. But yeah, I just feel like Dak Prescott, they're all in their own special situations where it could go either really well or really bad. And I think that these guys have had probably the most approved this year.
So this tier is above your last one.
Yes.
Okay, okay.
Though it doesn't really matter that much because I think
Yeah,
they're
it's
all
not completely based on skill. So I can
yeah.
actually go next.
Okay.
My next tier is called low fuel. And this is
Mhm.
guys with very little time, a year or less left in their NFL career. It's Aaron Rodgers, Russell Wilson, Joe Flacco, Andy Dalton, and Tyrod Taylor.
Mhm.
They're good enough to play games, but
Mhm.
for how long is the question.
Mhm.
And I think all of those guys are in the same tier of skill. I think if I had to pick one who's the best, it probably would be Russ.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Also just go real quick because I think I basically the same tier as you, just a couple of different players. My tier is called Please Retire. Pretty self-explanatory, same as yours. These guys are probably on their last year. Yeah, I think that you won't see the like maybe one or two will try to be come back next year, but it's Aaron Rodgers, Russell Wilson, Kirk Cousins, Joe Flacco. I just put Derek Carr in this there for some reason. He was on the list, but he's already retired. And lastly, Tua, who
Okay, wow.
please retire Tua. You
Yeah,
can't.
I like putting him in there because it's different from the other guys in this tier because two is young, but
Yeah,
also people are begging him to retire. So the title of that tier makes a lot of sense.
yeah. I think that the other guys, it's pretty self-explanatory, but Tua, like same with like Chris Olave at this point. Like these guys, they've had 4 or 5 concussions at this point. You're not going to be able to think in like 10 years. You're going to die young. Like enjoy all your time while you're still. Oh, I don't want to sound dark, but
That's a little dark, but yeah.
like
No, it's right. You're right.
Tua, like what are you doing still out here? You have nothing left to prove. You've made enough money for generations and generations. You're never going to be that good. No one's ever going to respect you that much. You're never going to win a Super Bowl. I mean, just quit now.
Yeah, a little dark, but I see what you're going from. So, I get it.
Um,
I had Kirk Cousins in a different tier. I had to differentiate him from the rest of these guys, and I'll say why in a little bit, but he's
yeah.
actually very far down my list.
Okay. Um,
Okay.
will you go first? Because I'm going to do 3 categories back to, or at least 2 back to back, because they're
Whoa,
very
okay.
small.
Um, so I got my next tier, which is called show flashes. I'm not expecting these guys, or maybe I am expecting these guys to be great this year, but they don't have to be great this year.
Hmm.
It's like a floor thing, not a ceiling thing. I think the ceiling of these guys is bona fide starters by the end of the year. But it's Justin Fields, Cam Ward, and JJ McCarthy. I feel like there's a little bit of a safety net for these guys when it comes to their starting jobs. The Jets
Hmm.
don't have anybody else. The Titans just spent a first overall pick on Ward, And
Yeah.
the Vikings have invested in this offense so much. JJ McCarthy, they've waited on him. They did not re-sign Sam Darnold, so he has a little bit of time to develop.
Yeah.
So they have to show flashes.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I think that there are different levels of patience here. I think that like the team situation matters where like the Titans suck. They don't need to rush Cam more. The Vikings might need to rush JJ because like they have Justin Jefferson, like they have a good team. Like they have a playoff caliber team. Like if Sam Darnold can make them like 13-4, JJ McCarthy's got to get them to like to 10 wins.
I
I
think he
don't.
will, but
I
I
think he
don't
will
think
too.
he has to be great. I think he can slide along being a rookie quarterback, get making mistakes, but showing flashes and still get the Vikings team to like 12 wins.
Yeah. Okay. My next tier, I'll go. I'll probably go back to that because I don't think we'll even discuss much. It's just called Tanner McKee, and it's just Tanner McKee.
Yes.
Um,
I
some
actually
may call.
considered that. I ended up putting him in a different tier, but I considered that.
I couldn't put him with. I have the tier for like young backup quarterbacks, and like I have another tier for other backup quarterback. But he's kind of better than them. But I wouldn't want to put him in the same tier as like the low, like the Kenny Pickett's of the world, who are like just low caliber starting quarterbacks. I think that we only see him start with like one or two games. I think that like realistically, I don't know. He doesn't really like. There's no direct comparison to him. I feel like I could have put him on the same tier as like Joe Milton, who's in my next tier. But
Interesting. Okay.
I think they're basically like in the same level. I probably should have just done that. But yeah, I think that that's where he's sort of special. I think we have not discussed, and I need to discuss this. I think the Eagles trading for Sam Howell means they're going to try to trade Tanner McKay. But
If they trade Tanner McKee, I'd want at least a second round pick for him.
I think that's fair. I think it should be if they said it's a conditional third that could become a second. That's fine. But like in the end of the day, it's like he's not ever going to play for us. Why do we need to keep hold on to him?
Insurance, basically.
Yeah, but like we have Sam Howell now. Sam Howell's not a Sam Howell can like run an off like he's a competent quarterback.
That's true.
So yeah, and then I'll just go right into my next tier. I just called it Tim Tebow,
Okay.
and it's Anthony Richardson and Joe Milton.
I'm glad you didn't put Tanner McKee in that tier because that is an absolute insult to Tanner McKee if you did.
Yeah, I think Tim Tebow kind of makes sense for these guys. Like, if you tell me that these guys start for a team and they get like a like fluke playoff win, I would absolutely believe you and I would be happy about it. But like, they're Tim Tebow. They should be a backup somewhere. I mean, they can throw the ball deep. They can run a bit. I mean, it's just it felt like a perfect opportunity there with AR losing his job. I think he probably gets traded somewhere
At some
or
point. Yeah.
yeah, or Daniel Jones just sucks, and I'm wrong about Daniel Jones, and he just starts
I
by week
think you are.
5.
I think AR will start at least 3 or 4 games this year.
Yeah, I assume that the Colts won't be very good, and he'll start like the last 6 games, so then they've been eliminated from playoff contention. But and Joe Milton, I mean, who knows with him?
He could be awesome, and I wouldn't be
He,
surprised.
yeah, I feel it's kind of one of those things where why'd the Cowboys trade for him? It makes negative sense.
He feels like Trey Lance, but he's better at everything that Trey Lance is good at and worse at everything that Trey Lance is bad at.
Yeah, that kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
But he also I'm like why are the Cowboys taking chances on young QBs who haven't really gotten a shot when they have a $240 million quarterback?
I think
It's like
he's
Jerry
jaded.
Jones just saying like this this guy's cool. Might as well hire him. Here's whatever they traded for him. Like here's a couple picks. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I don't really care. It's not a big of a deal, but like if you tell me Joe Milton could be like Geno Smith, or bounce around as a backup, like get the starting job one year and looks good, and then he's a starter in the NFL. Same with AR. Like who knows?
I think AR is terrible. I think he'll be out of the league in 2 years.
That could also be true. He seems to not want it as much as Joe Milton does.
Yeah, I would be more confident in Joe Milton than AR right now.
Hmm
Okay, I'll go my next tier. Kind of similar, but not completely. It's deserves a shot. So these are guys who are not starting, but could. Not should, but could. Tanner McKee, Kenny Pickett, Aiden O'Connell, Tyson Bagent, Will Howard, and Dylan Gabriel.
Okay. Yeah, that sort of makes sense. I mean, Dylan Gabriel, I don't like that much.
I do
So,
like Dylan Gabriel. I think he's not as good of a player as Shedeur, but he seems like a better teammate. And I think
yeah.
he's good enough to start on a team at some point in his career, whether it's as a backup, if the starter gets benched or goes down, or if some team that's terrible decides to sign him to a minimum and just throw him out there. I think he should start some games at some point in his career. And I think Will Howard will be starting by the end of the year. I hate Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, okay. My next tier is if this guy's starting, you want Arch Manning. And it's Kenny Pickett, Marcus Mariota, and Jameis Winston.
Bro, Jameis is great. What are you talking about?
I thought about making this say like meme list and just putting Jameis Winston up top and just
Yeah.
like um but what's it called? I think that like if these guys are starting, you're not winning games, you're not trying to win games, and that's okay. These guys are like mediocre caliber backup quarterbacks, maybe top tier backup quarterbacks. But and I mean, Jameis Winston's a fun locker room guy. Everyone seems to like Marcus Mariota. He seems to be a decent manager. Kenny Pickett just seems to be not that good, but everyone seems to like him for some reason.
He's
Yeah,
okay. He's solid.
yeah. I mean, he somehow looked bad with the Eagles' offense, which is hard to do.
Whatever.
He's the only quarterback to have the ball throw him. So, yeah. What's your next tier?
Okay. I don't know if you're gonna like this with what you said about Daniel Jones earlier, but my next tier is called Indianapolis Colts, and it has Daniel Jones, Anthony Richardson, and Riley Leonard in it, and it is the entirety of the Indianapolis Colts quarterback room because they're all the same and they all suck.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's pretty self-explanatory. Um, None of these guys have. I think AR, I'm truly confused with. I
He's
mean,
so bad.
but he looks so good for like 4
I
games,
know. I thought that he was the real deal after his rookie year. He got injured, but like he looked awesome.
and then last year he looked horrendous,
He's
and
so
now
bad.
and now with like he doesn't even care that much, which is like the worst part. Like he doesn't like you take yourself out. Like what are you doing? Like are you like stupid? Like I don't know.
Maybe.
Yeah, like that's what I'm getting to the point where like maybe this guy is just does not have like cannot mentally be an NFL starting quarterback.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, project QBs are always going to be project QBs, but he seems like that he should be just the death to the project QB.
Yeah, I think there's also something to say to the fact that imagine if the Colts had tried to trade him after his rookie year. What do you think they could have gotten for or
They could have gotten at least one first.
I think at least two or three. Probably
No,
two. Two.
no,
He looked
probably
really
two.
good. He was the
Uh,
fourth overall pick, fifth over whatever he was.
and he looked good, but he had an arm injury, which is not good.
He
But
had the same injury that I have, just a worse, more severe version
I
of it.
think you could throw better than Anthony Richardson.
Thank you. Okay.
It's not a high bar.
Okay, on to the my next tier. Future Chad Henne. Um, Great backup quarterback, lovely backup quarterback, did exactly what he needed to do.
Champion.
This tier is Tommy DeVito, Jake Browning, Tyson Bagent, Clayton Tune, Dylan Gabriel, and Will Howard.
Bro,
Um,
Tommy DeVito isn't good. I know we like him, but like, come on. He's gonna
he's
get
going.
cut.
He might get cut. I probably shouldn't have put him in this tier. I should have put him, but I didn't have a tier for him, and he felt very like very Chad like to me. So I put him
Yeah,
in this tier.
he is kind of Chad like.
Um, yeah, I think these guys. if they're starting, you're in trouble. But if they're starting for a game, they might be fun. You might get a fun win. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. There's not much to this tier. I was sort of by this point, I'm running out of ideas. So yeah, I only got four tiers left after
Oh
this
wow,
one.
I have let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 more tiers. Well,
Okay, so
I'll do three. I'll do three.
do you want me to just like finish my list and I'll just
No,
go
no, no, no.
yours?
I want to keep alternating. I'll do three. I'll do my next three tiers.
Well, my next tier is 14 players, and then so
Yeah, so my next three basically have 14 players.
okay, you go.
All right. My next tier, we're starting on the backup quarterback train. I already have one tier full of backup quarterbacks, but here's my second tier full of backup quarterbacks. It is called extremely exciting. Jameis Winston, Will Levis, Jackson Dart, Josh Dobbs, and Joe Milton.
Yeah, yeah, I like that. I think it's fair.
After that, just a step below from extremely exciting, I have kinda exciting. Malik Willis, Gardner Minshew, Trey Lance, Zach Wilson, Shadur Sanders, and Jalen Milrow.
Okay,
Kind of exciting. Not
yeah.
as exciting as Jameis, but kind of exciting.
I mean,
And
Jameis isn't. I mean, I guess Jameis is really exciting to
Jameis is
watch
so
though,
exciting. I
because
love
like
watching Jameis Winston play football.
almost every possession ends up in an score for one team or the other.
Yup. Pick six or touchdown 70
Yeah.
yards. And then after, kind of exciting and very exciting. What comes next? Not exciting. It is Jacoby Brissett, Sam Howell, Cooper Rush, Davis Mills. They're not terrible, but they're not exciting.
Yeah. Um, that's pretty good. I think that yeah, those all I think they all go sort of together, which is nice. You have to do them back to back to back. Um, I feel like the best part about backup quarterback is when they're exciting.
I
Like
love watching Jameis Winston play football. Oh my God.
okay, well, it's always fun to have an exciting backup quarterback, especially when you're on team sucks. So you're like Jalen Hurts was kind of that guy his first year,
And then he
like
became the fourth best quarterback in the league.
fifth, but okay. Yeah, I just think that he, yeah, I don't know, it's tough. Like when Jalen Hurts came in, Carson Wentz kind of just sucked. The team kind of just sucked, and all of a sudden, this Jalen Hurts guy's coming. He's like running all around the field, making passes to guys who be playing in the CFL.
Don't you
And
dare
then
disrespect Greg Ward Jr.
okay,
Don't
yeah.
you dare.
Should I go next? Now
Sure.
with
Do your 14 player deal.
yeah, this is my tier. This is my tier called Josh McCown. It is Jacoby Brissett, Cooper Rush, Tyrod Taylor, Mitch Trubisky, Gardner Minshew, Nick Mullins, Josh Dobbs, Andy Dalton, Tyler Huntley, Jimmy Garoppolo, Davis Mills. What's his name? The Niners guy. Braden something. Brandon.
Oh, Brandon Allen.
That guy.
I don't think Tyler Huntley's on this list.
Oh, that's Josh Johnson. Oops.
That is Josh Johnson. That is Josh. Yeah.
Scott, Tyler Thompson, and Drew Lock.
That is such a fair tier. I
Uh,
love that. I love that.
no explanation needed.
Nope.
These
Let's
guys
move on.
are Josh McCown. They're game managers. You don't want them to play, and they do play. They might throw for one touchdown, two picks for like 200 yards. That's exactly what you expect.
So my next two or three, yeah, my next three tiers probably go
Mm-hmm.
well together. So I have Remember That One Time. And these are players who had an iconic moment but are not good. It
Mm-hmm.
is Mitch Trubisky, Taylor Heineke, Drew Lock, Jake Browning, Mason Rudolph, Bailey Zappi, and of course, Tommy DeVito.
Oh, I actually. Oh wait, is Taylor Heineke the like almost bald guy?
Yeah, with the black jersey on.
Yeah, no, I never knew what he
That is
looked like
Taylor
before.
Heineke, yeah.
Oh shoot. Okay,
Iconic.
I just changed his tier.
Okay. My next tier, very similar to Remember That One Time, but more like when you hear this guy's name, you'll say, "Oh yeah, that guy." So this tier is called
Okay, yeah.
"Oh yeah, that guy," and it is made up of Stetson Bennett. Who is that? Oh my God. That's yeah, Quinn Ewers. Quinn Ewers. Stetson Bennett, Quinn Ewers, Spencer Rattler, Skylar Thompson, Kyle Trask, Hendon Hooker, and Nick Mullins.
Okay. Um, yeah, those are all like a lot of them are good college quarterbacks. Like you remember who that guy is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think Nick Mullins goes with them because he was throwing the ball to Justin Jefferson for like half a year.
yeah.
So
My next tier is future UFL MVP.
I have that tier too, but it's not next.
Oh, okay. It's Sam Howell, Hendon Hooker, Sam Hartman, Kyle Trask, Tyler
Shuck. I
Shawshank,
think it's Shuck.
Shuck, whatever. Jalen Milrow, Kyle McCord, Riley Leonard, Taylor Heineke, and Stetson Bennett.
Perfect.
All of these guys. Oh wait, who's the guy in the orange jersey?
Oh, Jarrett Stidham.
Jared Stidham. I put him in there too.
Well, there's also Zach Wilson.
No, no, not Zach
Okay.
Wilson. I have him in a different tier. Yeah, these guys they will play in the UFL at some point, and they will look amazing. These guys have skill sets built for the
AJ
UFL.
McCarron.
Yeah, exactly. Like Taylor Heineke's the next AJ McCarron. You're always like, hey, that backup's pretty good. Why doesn't he start more when he starts and he plays well? And then all of a sudden he's in the UFL. Like
Yep.
that's how it works.
Yep.
Jalen Milrose on that path. Like I don't think he'll ever work out in the NFL, but like you're telling me he can't throw for like 50 touchdowns and 5,000 yards in the UFL?
I'm not telling you that. He could absolutely do that.
Yeah. Tyler Shuck, whatever his name is. He hasn't played a game yet, but same thing. Kyle Trask was drafted to be Tom Brady's replacement. That's gone exactly as everyone expected it to.
Yeah, and then after Tom Brady needed to be replaced, they just got a different replacement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's that tier.
Completely understandable. Yep.
I have two left, but one's kind of weird. So
I have three left. Or no, I don't have three left. I actually have seven left, but three of them go together and four of them go together.
tier four.
Well, the three are ahead.
And then tier three.
Okay, so first off, do you remember earlier when I said my one of my tiers was called low fuel and it had guys who have 1 year left?
Yeah.
This tier is guys who have 0 years left. It's called empty tank. It's Kirk Cousins, Jimmy Garoppolo, and Marcus Mariota. Just retire. Just retire.
Yeah. Yeah. That doesn't need any explanation. These guys are old. They're not starting anymore. End of the road. Just quit.
Yep. That is the main difference between Kirk Cousins and Russell Wilson for me is that Russ has a little bit left. Kirk Cousins is if he was a car, he is stopped on the side of the road and he is walking to the gas station. And he's never going to make it there because he just needs to retire. I like Kirk Cousins a lot. I like that. But he needs to retire. So,
Yeah, I feel with Kirk Cousins more. The car is like running out of gas, but it's still like rolling though. You know what I mean? Yeah.
yeah. I think he's done rolling. He needs to retire, spend time with the kids. Again, I like Kirk Cousins a lot. I think he had a good career. Hall of okay, not Hall of very good, Hall of okay. And I'm happy that he played in the NFL, but his time is up.
Yeah. Okay.
My next tier is called Jail, and it has Deshaun Watson in it.
Okay. Sounds good.
Yep.
For obvious reasons.
And then my third tier of this kind of grouping is called Grandpas. And it
Hmm.
has Josh Johnson because he has been on 17 NFL teams. And then it also has Tyler Shuck because he's a 26-year-old rookie.
Yeah. Yeah. Uh, Tyler Shuck should go to should they just call him the doctor? He's been in college for so long. It's actually a great nickname.
Who did he back up? He backed up somebody who no, he backed up Patrick Mahomes, right? At Texas Tech.
That sounds right. I think.
Or no. I don't think
Wait,
he
hold
did.
on.
I think I heard
Stat
that somewhere
check.
and somebody was joking. I think somebody was joking.
We're just gonna stat check this real quick.
I
Tyler.
think they were joking. But I did hear that.
He backed up. I think someone of notice, of importance, whatever. He was okay. No, he played for Texas Tech, but he didn't play with them until 2021.
Okay.
He was on the 2019 Oregon team, which is a long time ago. The
Yeah, so
starting quarterback.
I definitely
He backed up Justin Herbert.
it was Herbert, not Mahomes. I knew he was on Texas Tech. I mean, obviously he didn't back up Mahomes. Mahomes was in the 2017 draft. I'm just an idiot.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Tyler Shuck belongs in Grandpa's tier, and then I also couldn't find anywhere else for Josh Johnson, so he's also in Grandpa's tier.
Okay. Should I go for my last like real cat tier?
Your last real tier? I have four tiers, and they're all like kind of
Well, this one's like I guess a national name. The last one you'll see it's
okay.
kind
So
of
do
weird.
your
I might
one.
need your
Do your
help with
one.
it.
Do your one.
Uh, Next year's called "I Never Want to See You Play Football Again." It's Deshaun Watson, Trey Lance, Aiden O'Connell, Mason Rudolph, Will Levis, Malik Willis, Spencer Rattler, Dorian Thompson Robinson, Zach Wilson, Jake Hayner, and my least favorite of them all, Quinn Ewers. I hate these
Okay.
guys.
I
I
got a
never.
problem with this tier. I love watching Will Levis play football. It is so funny.
I love watching Will Levis after he throws a pick. I don't like watching him play football. Like if these guys never play football again, I'd be so much happier.
Will Levis, I don't know if it was last year before he got benched or if it was the year before, but he fumbled. It went straight up in the air and he
Mm-hmm.
ran and caught it. That is peak cinema.
Mm-hmm.
Will Levis is awesome. I will tolerate no Will Levis
Okay,
slander.
but other than Will Levis, I didn't know anyone else to put him, so I put him
Yeah,
there.
that's a fine tier. Yeah, I
But
I understand that.
Quinn Ewers, I hate you. I've never seen you play a snap in the NFL. I hate you so much. I want you never touch an NFL field.
I put him in,
Never.
oh yeah, that guy tier.
It's actually a good deal. Like Malik Willis, Spencer Rattler, Dorian Thompson. I mean, you guys suck. You guys suck to watch. You make like if I have a fantasy player in your team, I know I'm cooked because
Yeah, I traded Josh Jacobs last year after the Malik Willis stint because I was just so upset with watching that Packers offense.
yeah. Mason Rudolph, like isn't he like racist or something like that? I don't know.
Yeah, he is.
Deshaun Watson,
Allegedly.
obviously. Trey Lance. I used to love Trey. I was like, I watched him. He played during like the COVID, like he had like a weird COVID
How
season where it
many
was only
starts
him
did he
playing,
have in college before getting picked third overall?
like 12. But like
Ridiculous.
he never got a shot, and I felt sort of bad for him. Obviously, when he started playing with the Cowboys, he looked terrible, which now I
He's
feel
not
less
good.
bad for him. But like, if you feel him with the Niners, where he got put in a good situation, and if you give him a chance, maybe he could have been okay. But if he's there and Brock Purdy's not there, they might go the same distance. Like, who knows? Like,
Well, the thing is, if Brock Purdy isn't there, then the 49ers are picking a free agent quarterback
you
up.
know what I'm saying? If Trey Lance doesn't get hurt and Brock Purdy never
Oh, if
shows
Lance doesn't
up,
get hurt, then he's getting benched midseason for Jimmy G. But
you know what I'm saying? That like Jimmy G gets hurt, it's just Trey Lance. Trey Lance
if
is
it's
playing the
just
season.
Trey Lance,
Like you're telling me they're still making the playoffs. They're still probably winning a playoff game.
they never make that Super Bowl though.
No, but I'm saying the year they lost to the Eagles,
Yeah,
like that was Trey Lance's like last chance,
they're
and he
they're
got
beating
hurt
Seattle. They're
immediately.
beating whoever they beat in the second round.
Yeah,
Maybe it
I
was
think it was the
Dallas.
Lions.
Maybe
No, that was the Lions. Was the next year? I
might
don't
have
know.
been Dallas. I know they beat
Yeah,
Dallas a lot. Dallas can't
yeah.
really do.
Okay, you can fit. You can wrap up your list.
All right, my last four. The first one is dart throw rookies, which is Kyle McCord and three guys who I've never seen in my life before, but they're wearing college jerseys, so I know that they're rookies. So,
Uh, I'm ready. You know, my last list is going to come from. You can finish your other. Yeah.
okay. I also have UFL MVP, which is Jake Hayner, Sam Ellinger, Sam Hartman, and Jarrett Stidham.
Oh, that's
Same.
Sam Ellinger.
Yeah, he's the guy in the Colts jersey.
Yeah, I just realized that makes so much sense now.
My second to last tier is actually more shade at somebody who is not on this list than anybody who is. It is called Kurt Benkert tier, and it is Michael Pratt, Brandon Allen, Clayton Tune, and another guy I've never seen in my life before. Because I feel like these guys all could make a living off of being influencers of guys who took a snap in the NFL, and then that is like their entire career. Like I took a snap in the NFL, and this is why you should listen to me about football, even though I never played in the NFL and I am not good, and I got sent out of the league when I was 25 years old.
Okay. Um,
And my last tier
and
is called Fries in the Bag, and it is for Dorian Thompson Robinson.
I love that. Dorian Thompson Robinson needs to like he couldn't even start in the CFL. He should play in the European League of Football where Tua's
Yeah.
brother play with the Hamburg Seawolves, the Rhine Fire. He wouldn't start for them.
Before I made Kurt Benkert tier, I tried to make the tier called Learn Another Skill. But
Hmm.
I felt like that was a little bit disrespectful. I feel
With
like Dorian
DTRs,
Thompson
not.
Robinson can't even learn another skill. He just needs to put the
Yeah.
freshness back.
And for my last here, it's who? Um, I don't know who any of these guys are.
Yeah,
I
that's what I was
realized,
saying. There's this dude in a Texans jersey who I've never seen in my life
yep,
before. It's
never
not
seen.
Davis Mills. Yeah.
I thought it was Brock Osweiler for a bit. I never did played in 5 years. Sam Ellinger's there. Didn't remember him. I think that Curtis Rook, the guy from Indiana.
I think so.
Wait, hold on.
He's
I
one of the
look.
guys who I had in dart throw rookies.
Wait. We're gonna look this up. Okay. Uh. Oh, okay. One of these guys is
Oh, one of them's got to be Graham Mertz, right?
yes. One of them is Graham Mertz. I don't know which one. And oh, the guy in the light blue jersey is Sam Hennigan.
Oh my
He was an
goodness.
undrafted rookie. Doesn't say what team he's on though. Uh,
So why is he on this tier list and Tyler Huntley isn't?
I don't know.
I mean, it must be because Tyler Huntley wasn't on a team and Derek Carr was because Derek Carr's on this list and he's retired.
Yeah, I have no idea. Yeah, I got nothing. Brady Cook is here. I forgot that.
Oh, that is Brady Cook.
Yeah, I don't know who the rest of these guys are. I wish they had a like key or something like that.
Yeah. Normally
Okay,
when I'm doing these, I'd like inspect the element. I'm like, who is this? But they didn't name
yeah.
it in the files, so.
And I think that's it for episode 8, whatever, of Trust the Podcast.
Yep.
If you have any thoughts on this, let us know. Let us know your thoughts on the Daniel Jones Jared Goff comparison.
If anybody who is in Kurt Benkert tier or Kurt Benkert sees this video, I didn't mean it.
If Quinn Ewers sees this video, quit football. Okay.
If Quinn Ewers sees this video, he meant it. He
Yeah, I
meant
meant it.
it. Yeah. I pointed the wrong way. I pointed to Jalen Hurts.
Jalen Hurts did not mean it, but
He did
I
not
mean
mean it.
it.
Jalen Hurts is a very respectful guy.
You came to Ohio State and didn't start a game. What are you doing? Like what are you doing? Like you were the number one overall recruit. You like reclass. You come to Ohio State and you have to sit behind just C.J. Stroud. You could have started. You left the year
Yeah,
early
CJ Stroud is awesome. He's the best Ohio State quarterback ever in the NFL.
in the NFL.
Yeah.
I like Justin Fields better.
I mean, at Ohio State, that's fine, but CJ Stroud is a better
And don't
NFL.
get me started on JT Barrett. Don't get me started on JT Barrett. Cardell Jones. Oh my God. DC Defenders. Cardell Jones.
He's on the DC Defenders.
He was. He was.
Oh,
He was
wow.
on the DC Defenders when they came back and got shut down because of COVID.
How about that?
Yeah. Okay. That'll end episode 8. See ya.
Yep. Bye.